Today's episode is brought to you by ButcherBox. ButcherBox is going to get you that good food. Also, today we're brought to you by Honey. Honey's going to save you money when you shop online. Let's jump into this podcast.
Hello, everybody. It's time for Ghost and Crendor.
Ghost and Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. Before our recording studio audience. Recording. Wake your ass up. It's up next Crendor in the morning.
Hello there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Ghost and Crendor. It fell apart there in the morning.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. Oh, sometimes I start doing the intro and then I realize halfway through I've said words that don't exist and I just keep pushing. But that time I was like, I can't do it.
That's
Yeah, that's pretty much how it feels. Yeah.
You just hear like,
That's what it sounds like in my head as it comes out of my mouth. I'm like, did I say something? Sometimes when I listen back to the audio, when we put our two audio streams together, sometimes it sounds like words, and other times not so much.
Yeah. No, that's part of the fun of it, though. Sometimes you get it perfect. Other times, don't know what's happening.
It's really because I don't try.
Well, that's our secret.
That is the secret.
Yeah. We're never trying on this one. Almost 400 episodes of not trying.
Of simply not trying. I realized this is episode 390. We're 10 away from 400. How is this possible?
I don't know. In fact, let's see. When would we hit 400? Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
In 9 weeks?
I was seeing if we hit 400 on the actual live show day.
What is the live show day?
Isn't it the
August 26th?
That's pretty close.
That's very, very close. What is let me see, calendar. So that's 91.
Yeah.
And then 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99 is boo. You know what? It's fitting. It's
that's
fitting.
True, it is. That is fitting.
We put all this effort into 99 and then 400 will be like, yeah, so we're back. Thanks again for watching.
Yeah. That's very true. We shouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Can't be special. In fact, there's probably I think at least 3 things I said I was going to do for this podcast for the next week that I've never done.
That is guaranteed. I know for a fact that we have been down that rabbit hole and just like, nah, all right.
There was one the other week. I think I was like, I'm going to try this thing. And then I didn't. I don't even remember what it was. And it doesn't really matter. It'll happen eventually, probably.
We'll remember something. Like, it always comes back around. We say we're going to do a thing, and then someone puts someone on the spot, and then we're forced to legally. Or we'll do a live show, and someone will say, Jesse, remember what you said? And I'm like, oh my God. So then, yeah, it's fine. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
So I wrote a giant note about, again, not intersection of doom, but very close. And I realized that you know how I keep saying I don't visualize things in my head?
Yep.
I definitely have inner monologue conversations, though, or at least thoughts that seem insane. So earlier this week, what's crazy is I did speech to text because I was parked in my car and I was like, I'm not going to write this all down.
Yeah, right.
So I'm going to try to remember it without reading this because I guarantee speech to text did not say anything correctly here.
Yeah.
But driving down the road, it's one of those boulevards, not very much traffic. And in front of me is this big white SUV and it has its right turn signal on. And it is moving in a way that I would describe as erratic. Not fast, just kind of like side to side, but in a way that seemed meandering. And I don't know. I was like, what is going on? Are they looking for something? And I'm stuck behind them like, oh my God, go. Oh my God, go. And because it's such a small road, I can't get around them. So I'm like, oh, okay. Guess I'll be patient. And then I see the light way down the end of the street turn green and then turn red. I'm like, oh my God. So I do like and the car in front of me slowly pulls off to the left, even though it has its right turn signal on. I'm like, okay. So I drive around them on the right, and the car stops behind me. And they have dark windows that I can't really see through. And the car the angle of it, if you're driving down the road, you want to be straight. The car is now almost at a 45-degree angle down the road. And it's stopped with the blinker on for the opposite direction. As I'm driving down the road, I'm not thinking too much of it, but as I get further down the street, I notice they've completely stopped at a weird angle in the middle of the road. I start thinking to myself, that's their problem. What a weird driver. And then they're there through the entire red light. And I'm like, okay, what are they doing? And I have this brief flash in my head of, what if that person was having a heart attack and you drove around them, dude? Like, they needed your help right then, and you honked at them and drove around them. That's why they're pulled off that way. That's why the blinker's the wrong direction. That's why they were acting erratic, because they were struggling to live, and you went around them. Dummy. What a terrible person you are. That's what I was thinking. And then, as the light turns green, the car reverses, goes back, drives up around the other side of the street, and then parks, and a delivery guy gets out.
Huh.
And I was like, oh, that person just really did suck at driving. Oh, okay. But for a brief moment, I was like, Jesse, you're a terrible human being. That person could have needed you. I honestly thought, maybe I should go back. Just check, just to see. That's where I was. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, it's just LA. Never mind.
That is, I swear, there are some people where, you know how they're always like, you gotta watch out for drunk drivers and stuff. I'm like, dude, there's some people, I'm like, I hope this person's drunk, because if they're not, this is pretty bad.
It was terrible driving. And
yeah.
I just couldn't figure out what this person, but I guess they were checking their phone to see the address of where they had to park to deliver the food. That's the only explanation I can have, which is something I've seen before many times in this city. Oh my God. The amount of people just straight up looking at their phone while driving and being in two lanes in this city is out of control.
Yeah, that is.
My good-natured, I guess, paranoid, I don't know what you would call that. I'm gonna say my empathetic self wanted to help that person, but they didn't need it. That's my takeaway, is that I'm a good person. That's, instead of being I'm a little crazy and that's unnecessary to think that, I'm going to say I cared too much.
Yeah, that's the best way to, that's the main point of the story, is you just care too much. That is, I think.
Yeah, I care too much. I'm a giver, not a taker. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Remember that, ladies.
Is that a song quote?
Probably. Probably.
I legit thought you were quoting a song.
No, I'm quoting a lot of other BS, but I mean stuff that I really mean, things I really am passionate about. Yeah.
Yeah, because you care.
Yeah, because I care. Ladies, because I care.
Man, that's what I've always said. I was like, Jesse Cox, if there's one word I can come up with, it's caring.
Yeah, I care so much. You can notice that by the intro of this podcast.
Yep.
It's really a shining exemplar of how much I truly care.
Yeah, especially the part where he said he's not trying. That's how
well,
much.
it's because I care so much that I don't want to make it seem like I'm try-harding. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. You're like that guy in the Call of Duty lobby who's like, bro, I'm not even trying. Like, just wait. Just wait till I start trying.
Yeah, you'll be waiting a long time.
Yeah.
So how was your week?
Let's see. How was my week? Let's see. I've been doing my pointless top 10 editing. That's been fun. Pointless top 10's doing pretty well again. We're doing one a week.
Hell yeah.
Last year started up pointless top 10 again, and then slowly but surely did like one a month, and then like two a month. Now it's like one every week, and it's been great.
What inspired you? What was it? Because there's so much new content, or are you going through old stuff?
Mainly, it was a combination. So, Pointless Top 10 was the thing that's been around for a long time. It's been doing it years. And I started it as a way to make fun of top 10 lists.
Sure.
because everyone was doing like number 10, blah blah blah, and so I was like, well, this is dumb. So I wanted to do like top 10 lists of like really dumb random stuff like grass, right? So it was a way of like making fun of it. So it's like pointless, but in a way it's not pointless. And now
Because it's still a top 10. You're still doing it.
you're still doing it, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a little irony in there. But now it's a good YouTube style video, because now a lot of people like videos where it's kind of educational, but not like, actually educational, like fun educational, where you're like learning stuff you just didn't really know, like little facts, like wow, that's
or
need
need to know, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
or
you didn't
you don't really need to know
it.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's that. It's got a good like YouTube. What's the like length? Because like usually YouTube likes videos in the like 10 to 20 minute range now. And usually they're about like 12 to 15 minutes. They're getting right in there, and they're kind of rewatchable. You can watch them over and over. They're shareable. They're also videos where you watch one and you want to watch more. So if you get recommended some in the algorithm, you're like, ooh, I didn't see pointless top 10 turtles. Then you go watch turtles, and then you go, I'm going to watch forges, and I'm going to watch houses in the middle of nowhere. And before you know it, the algorithm.
The shameless plug is shameless, and I'm here for it.
The main point is I've really enjoyed doing them again too. So it's been nice having like a YouTube thing to focus on outside of like reacting to stuff like Blizzard just did a thing, here's my opinion, because that's like everybody's videos. But like it's been fun to do actual creative, like fun edited content,
Yeah, I do know. And it's and plus it has that sort of, like you mentioned, like an evergreen vibe where a year from now people can still find it and be like, oh, that was fun.
Yeah. And it's nice because even if you don't play WoW anymore, you can still watch like a video about dungeon entrances or turtles and be like, well, I played in the past, so I kind of get it. Or you can just watch it and be like, yeah, it's pretty neat, even though I've never played. Like you can still watch it and enjoy it.
What's the one pointless top 10 that is elusive to you? What's the one that you're like, I want to do it? That's my dream.
The one I want to do, but I haven't?
Yeah, the one that's like, it would require just a lot of work. You know what I mean?
There's a couple that I want to do, that I think I'm going to do, but they will take work. One is goblin NPCs working on nothing.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, they're just hammering away at like nothing or just meaningless stuff. Probably just ones like that, like very specific weird ones that require a lot of like looking all over, and I'm always going to miss something. I'm actually going to do one called Pointless Top 10 Things That I Missed, and then go back and do that.
I think, and this is just from me to you, Pointless Top 10 Dancing Ogres. Because they always got that one dancing, shaking his rump. And there's a few of them in the world. Now, are there 10? I don't know. But
true.
There are more than one, that's for sure.
That's true. What I've done now is whenever I see something, I just write it down. And I just create a list for it. So I'm like, yo, there's some weird penguins sledding down a hill. I'm like, throw it in a document. Penguins on hill. That could be pointless top 10 weird things happening. Right? Anything. So the worst part is you get the people that are just like, you didn't put my favorite thing on the list. And I'm like, well, this isn't a real top 10 list, number one. All right. And number two, I don't care. Go make your own list.
Yeah. Go make your own pointless top 10. This one's pointless.
Yeah. So, and I also really enjoy like finding the little things to point out is another fun thing. So
definitely you got to do like the most supreme pointless thing. Like pointless top 10, I don't know, like mailbox, like something real stupid, like real stupid.
I did mailboxes already.
God damn it. Well, stupider than mailboxes.
All right.
Pointless top 10 mugs of ale.
That's a good one.
Yeah, like there's mugs of ale everywhere, and they gotta be in goofy locations.
Yeah, that's a good one. See, that's what I'm looking for. But then every once, I like mixing it up. You do like one of those, then you throw in like an animal, like boars or turtles or something, and then maybe like an object, like statues, right? And then just kind of rotate.
Have you done Murlocs already?
Yes.
Okay, I have a feeling.
Some of them are older. Like some of them I made like 6-7 years ago, so they don't have the same format. Back then, I tried to make it real fast. I'd be like, "Well, I'm going to play stop that number, blah 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 blah." But now I kind of just chill out and I get more like educational with it. And like, this guy was created by the Thrall and the Great Murloc summoning, or like
Great.
So yeah, it's fun. I enjoy it. I don't even have to play the game. I just fly around. Or like go into places and just
Have
look
you
for
done?
stuff.
Hold on. Pointless top 10 gray items.
I think I have that on the list. I haven't done it though.
That's like the greatest. That's the greatest one. That's the one that requires actual research.
That's true, but that's bordering on like what some other YouTuber would make for like a top 10 thing.
True.
That's
but
like
maybe
mugs of
it's
ale they're not gonna do, but gray items they might do.
pointless top 10. Ooh, this is rough.
It's harder than it sounds.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. I don't, this whole pointless thing is new to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's rough. Yeah, it's a hard job. Clearly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been fun. I've actually, for the first time in like a long time, been gaining YouTube subscribers.
Yo, congrats.
Yeah, in fact, I think it was the first time since we did our chicken sandwich Popeyes reactions that I've been gaining subs.
Amazing.
So that was fun. So yeah, it's nice because I do like doing YouTube. In addition to all the other stuff, but it's nice. Which,
Yeah,
by the
it's-
way, I was gonna mention I saw you're working on some YouTube thing.
I am. It's very Final Fantasy related and inside baseball, but lately, because Final Fantasy 16 is more of an action RPG, right? Not like previous Final Fantasy stuff. A lot of people are just given that whole like, it's not my Final Fantasy. And I'm working on a video that is straight up just like, what are you freaking talking about? Every Final Fantasy has been different. Every single one. And like, people are like, I missed the active time battle system. Like, the last time a game had that was 2001. What are you talking about? And I think people have just formed a mental image of what they think Final Fantasy is or should be, but it's never been that. Every single game's been different. Every single time it's been different. And even the setting of the story is different. Like, even the like character designs and look and feel. Like, I watched a review where one of the reviewers said it feels like Final Fantasy, in order to get new players, is leaving old players behind. And I was like, that is nonsense. Like, I don't know. Every Final Fantasy has done that. Every single, like, the reason you fell in love with the Final Fantasy is probably because they took a chance and tried to lure you in with something new. And that's why you loved the one you love, because every single one's, it's like that kind of video where I'm just like full on rant mode, but at the same time trying to be very civil about it so that people just don't jump on me for my attitude rather than the message I'm trying to convey.
Jesse Cox, the most caring man.
I don't want to offend people and be like, your opinions are shit. So I'm just like trying to walk a fine line because I don't want my comments. Like, the point isn't to try and offend people. The point is like, I'm here to educate. Like, you clearly just, like, you're allowed to hate a game, but to say it's not what it clearly has always been is just a wrong take. So it's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, it's already spurred the Twitter comments. Like, half the people are like, get him, Jesse. And the other half are just like, you're an idiot and your opinion's stupid. And I'm like, okay, all right. Yeah, I get it.
That sounds about right. I'm curious, like, what changes? Because, like, I'm somebody where I don't play Final Fantasy. All right?
Sure.
So I have absolutely no idea what really any of it's about, or, like, how it's changed, or what's going on. So, like, explain to me as, like, a kindergartner learning about Final Fantasy.
So the start would be that, and even though I think if you were to ask Japan, they'd probably be like, don't call it that. But at least here in the West, the difference is Western RPGs versus Japanese RPGs, right? And in Western RPGs, for us, it's all about, we make our character and we build out our stats, and it's like D&D-esque, you know what I mean? Like, it's, you are playing the character, you create your character. Like, we spend a lot of time making it so we can do the facial features and shit, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
In most Japanese RPGs, it is entirely about a story that they're telling us, and we are experiencing this story of these characters, and we have very little in the way of say as to what actually happens in the story, right? Like, I think when people think Western RPGs, they think something along the line of like BioWare and how you're romancing and choosing and doing all that kind of stuff. In a JRPG, you're experiencing the story and it's about that kind of like adventure you're going on, but it's a set path, right? Yeah. And JRPGs are all about like killer music, amazing graphics, and usually some sort of unique, fun combat system. That's pretty much the difference. And so Final Fantasy has always been that forefront of each game. They try to do something a little bit different and try something out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And they'll just make a new game eventually anyway. And so this time, take the, a lot of cutscenes, great music, cool visuals, and instead of that turn-based combat thing a lot of people mentally think of, this time around, they have the Devil May Cry combat guy doing the combat. So it's action combat, it's fast, you're doing a lot of dodging and parrying, and there's combos and things like that. So it's very clearly, and the producer of the game said, we're trying to get new people to play. Like, Final Fantasy is a 30-some-year-old franchise. We want new people to enjoy it, so we made something different. And they're allowed to do that because every damn game they make is different, right? Like, the whole point is they're trying to keep the franchise alive, and they have to change. It's just like you and I, like you were just talking about, changing up what you're doing on YouTube, changing up how you create stuff, because we've been at this for 12 plus years at this point. Yeah. And being able to change that is key. And sure, sometimes people are gonna be like, that sucks, I want more Let's Play, Jesse, I hate what you're doing now. Like, that's fine. But the change has caused me, and I think you doing more YouTube videos and putting out more of your content, we're growing, right? And the numbers speak for themselves. It's not a bad thing to change. You're gonna piss some people off, sure, and that's what happened here. There's just like a lot of people online who are like really pissy that it's different and not what they wanted. And at the same time, I think because it is a very like action-oriented game, a lot of people who were in that sort of action mindset went to play forgetting it's straight up an RPG. So there's a lot of people also who are just like, oh, there's so much story. But that's like the point, it's an RPG. And so, yeah, that's kind of the vibe. But also there's some people who are saying, well, it's very Game of Thrones. And that's like saying something's Dark Souls-y, you know what I mean? Like, it's not Game of Thrones. You just see it being adult fantasy, and you're like, Game of Thrones hurt me, so I don't want to deal with this. And that's whatever. That's fine. If you don't want to play it, like, it's chill, and that's kind of the vibe. It's a whole new experience. It's very adult. And the stuff I just recorded a few days ago, literally I had to go like meet the woman who runs a brothel and like help her whores out, like that kind of stuff. And so people were just like, it's too adult. Final Fantasy was never this way. The difference is that Final Fantasy back in the day, and I mean, even in the last 10 years, the genre and the player base has changed, right? Role-playing games have become more adult. This is, thanks to Witcher and BioWare and all these different things. And they become more adult. And in the past, Final Fantasy was adult as shit. Like, there's a lot of examples of adult stuff in Final Fantasy, but because they had to sell it to American audiences, and a lot of American audiences and whatever they thought were young, they would just candy code over it or have a translator change the wording. There's so many examples of it, and it just seemed like it was a little more kiddie than it actually was. But, I mean, everyone who played Final Fantasy VII Remake or played the original Final Fantasy VII, there's straight up a scene where an old horny ass like Dawn is trying to bang one of the three main characters, and you have to like get into his room and seduce him. And he's like, I'm gonna fuck you tonight. Like, it's crazy. it's in there. And so, but it's goofy, right? Because they made the character look goofy. And this one is not doing goof. This one, it's funny, yeah, but it's serious. It's more adult. And I think that turns some people off as well. And it's that kind of thing. Yeah. Frankly, I'm having a great ass time. Because I think a lot of people forget that the average gamer age is like 33 right now. And so they're trying to make things for adults. I don't see the problem with it. But yeah, apparently not a lot. That's a lie. A very small but very loud minority of people are just like throwing up a stink. So yeah, that's where I'm at mentally at the moment.
It always ends up being the loud minority.
Every time. And the problem is they're so loud you see them everywhere, so you think it's more people than it actually is, when in reality, most people I see seem to be enjoying it a great deal. And, you know, I want to be that person who's like, I'll focus on that. But sometimes loud people is so intolerable. I'm just like, I gotta snap back. I gotta do it, Jesse. So here we are.
Well, that's fun. I'm sure this video will get great reviews from everyone and nobody will be mad.
And you know what? If they're mad, if there's one thing I've learned, mad equals views. So like,
That's
whatever,
true.
they can be mad.
If
I
anything,
hope they
that's
share
what
it with all their
people,
friends and hate it so much.
That's what people do in all the spaces. Twitch, everything. You just start bashing people. Then you get all the publicity.
Yeah, and man, it's like the grift is real on the internet right now. The amount of people that I see who just have truly awful takes, but a big platform, and then people just yell at them because their take is terrible, but they're like, I don't care because I'm making money. And you're like, oh, I hate you.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of that. Because then, I mean, they just, you know, even if they're getting yelled at, people hate them, they're still making money.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I keep thinking about is there are some people who don't care about their long-term reputation or how people view them because they're like, I made $2 million and got out, so what do I care? You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's like, I don't know how people live like that, but I understand it. I get it. Like, if I didn't give a damn and I was just like, I'm going to get mine, I can understand how people would just, you know, say some truly awful stuff, get views, be it outrage views or like other people who are equally awful, and then just make some bank, and that's it.
Yeah. No, but I feel like I think I enjoy doing this too much. As like not even from a making money aspect. Like, I just enjoy making videos and like entertaining and doing stuff.
Yeah, well, I think that's the difference. Is there are people, I would say, like us, and there's a lot of the friends we have are straight up just like creative types, where if they didn't have this, I don't know what the hell we would do for a job, right? Like, when I was a teacher, the way I saw it was I have a captive audience for 45 minutes at a time, and these kids have to listen to my song and dance about whatever the hell I'm going to talk about. And that's why I enjoyed it. Just like with this, I enjoy putting on a performance and doing a thing. And that's why I love live shows. And I think there's just some people who aren't about that, where they're just about like making bank and getting money. They just have a different mindset, where I think for you and I and many others, it's just like, I like this. And this is what I want to do. And there is no retirement in my mind. I just want to like be here until they drag my ass away.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, when people are like, what's your retirement plan? I'm like, I'm not going to retire. I literally feel like I'm retired already. Like, I feel like an old person. I'm like, I go get my breakfast. Then I go to gym. Then I go live stream and work on videos. And I feel like even if I didn't do that, I would still like want to do that. Like, no matter what. I was like, I'd be the person just working nonstop because I just want to keep working.
Yeah, I mean, you're happy. And I think, sadly, a lot of people associate happiness with dollar amount and earning a lot of money. And that, like, money is what fills the void. Well, for me, like, this fills the void. Like, this, you know, I feel like all entertainers have some sort of like, we're doing this for a reason, and I got a big hole in myself. Like, for me, this is it. This stuff like this makes me feel good, and I like doing this. But there's some people who fill that void with like, I got dollars, I got a big house, I got a fancy car, my life is great, but it could get better if I had more money. So they just chase that. And yeah, I don't know. It's not, I definitely see it. I see it in some friends sometimes too, where I'm just like, oh, let it go, man. You're doing so well, you don't need to work as much. Like, you can calm down. And people still do it. It's just everyone works a little differently.
I think a lot of people, once they get that big too, they start comparing themselves to other big people, and they're like, it's the classic, like, the keeping up with the Joneses thing, where he's like, well, my neighbor got 3 yachts and I only have 1. Like, I gotta get 2 more yachts. What am I doing?
Oh my God, speaking of yachts, I was watching Chopped, and it was an episode of Chopped. I think it might be the most recent one, so you probably could find it if you're listening right now, if you have like a DVR or some sort of thing where your cable company saves old episodes. It was 4 chefs who all work on private yachts. And they were like, we work in high intensity kitchens on boats where all of the people that we cook for are billionaires, and it's amazing. And I have the best ingredients, and I nothing. And I'm just sitting there, just like, I gotta sit here and watch 4 people who I'm sure are great, but their cooking experience is, yeah, wealthy people let me buy whatever ingredients I want, and then I make them a meal, and it's like, whatever. But it's like really demanding because they're rich. And I'm like, okay, all right, okay. So you work for assholes. That doesn't mean it's demanding. Like, all right. It was one of those Alien versus Predator things where it's just like, it doesn't matter who wins because I lose. Like, just like this episode does. Like, this episode sucks. Everyone here has that kind of like, well, I'm very important because I cook for a billionaire. I'm like, okay. All right, of course.
It's, I don't know. There's even just like watching some people online. I'm just like, I don't know how anyone watches this person. Like they'll be loud or crazy, or like you can tell they don't care about what they're doing. Maybe I know they don't care just because I've done this long enough to spot those people. But like, I don't know. There's like a select few people I'll watch. And on YouTube, I don't even watch a lot of gaming stuff. We already went over that. But on like Twitch, if I watch live streams, I either like watch my friends for a bit, or there's like a couple people I'll watch. But like that's it.
Yeah, I barely watch YouTube or live streams or internet content because I've realized I think my tastes are very specific. I don't know what they are specifically, but I do know they're specific. And I know what I just said is insane sounding, but it's one of those things where I will watch, maybe I watch you or Octo or people that I enjoy watching because I find your humor funny, which is why I like doing stuff with you. But for the most part, the vast majority of people, even some of my friends, I'll watch their content and be like, yeah, I don't get it. It's not a knock on them. It's just that, I don't even understand why people give a damn about my content. So hopefully people understand why I don't understand other people's either. Also, the problem is a lot of people lately in the last, 3 or so years have gone real hard into outrage content where they're always trying to pick fights or be involved in a fight that they're not even involved in.
Just like the drama baiting.
Yeah. This whole, everyone going to kick thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then Pokimane saying, well, I don't want to give up my morals to go to kick because it's all gambling sponsored. And then everyone who went to kick jumping on her. And then, like, it's just, y'all are feeding into the own drama cycle. You're all, like, you all know you're doing it. And you're all doing it on purpose. And you're all trying to, like, I'm sure that you all have good intentions. That's a lie. I'm not sure about that. But I want to believe that you're all good people. But it's very clear that you're all doing this sort of like circle farming of content. Like when you and I, as a goof, did the React stuff and it just kept going. It's the same thing. And so what ends up happening is, one person will comment and then another person will react and then another person will react to that reaction to those comments. And then a third person, like a fourth person will come in and it just keeps piling on. And then news articles are talking about it. And you're like, this is news? What is happening? It's insane to me. And it's just, it's drama, but not entertaining. Like, I guess if drama is like you eat it up, like you live in the Twitchosphere and you gotta like, oh, I love but it's not. It's manufactured. It's BS.
I mean, people don't care. People love manufactured drama. Look at reality shows.
Yeah, I know. I watched MILF Island, so I get it.
Yeah.
Or MILF Manor or whatever the hell that show was called. Yeah. I get it. I understand. But I watched that because that was messed up, right? Like, if we found out that, like, a streamer slept with another streamer's mom, I tune in for that. I'm not going to lie. I tune in. I'm a hypocrite. I know what I am.
That's what I mean. And it's easy to take advantage of that. But there comes a point where people, and they just start burning out. Because it's like, man, this is just, there's no creativity. There's no fun. There's just people trying to farm the drama, make money and all that. And I think that's what I hate about it.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's kind of depressing when you think about it, just because the amount of people we know who have straight up fallen off onto this drama bandwagon grows every year. And it's so depressing. In fact, there's a certain someone that I think both of us know, and she has gone truly, truly vile. And it is upsetting to the nth degree. Where now finally other streamers and YouTubers are picking up on her and posting it around social media, the just nasty stuff she says.
Shit's crazy. And that's why I just keep making my pointless top.
Which are somehow equally crazy, though.
Yeah, they are equally crazy, but they're like fun crazy.
True.
Yeah. And you know what else is fun crazy?
Oh, boy. Yeah, I do know. Saving money online when you shop with Honey. Because today's episode is sponsored by PayPal Honey, the easy way to save when you shop with your iPhone or computer. But did you know it only takes a few seconds to get? This isn't a hassle. This is one of the easiest things you can do for your, desktop or laptop or iPhone. You can do it right now. All you got to do is just get Honey. It's totally free, and it will scour the internet for promo codes and apply the best one to your shopping cart when you check out at any number of sites. Whether you want to get like clothes or some sort of tech gadget or even just pizza, right? I am shocked every time it pops up and I save when it's something so silly. Like the other day, there's a pizza place near me. I went on there. I was ordering a pizza because I was going to be at the office late, and straight up, it just popped up unexpected. Save $6. That's all I can ask for in the world. It was lovely. It is so simple. It will just pop down and ask you, like, apply coupons, and you wait a few seconds after you press that button, and it will find a working coupon, and you can watch the prices drop. And Honey doesn't even have to be on your desktop. It's on the iPhone too. Just activate it on Safari, and your phone's going to just do the work for you. Getting Honey seriously only takes a few seconds, and if you don't, you're just missing out on saving some cash. Get PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/Cox. That's joinhoney.com/Cox. Also today, we're brought to you by ButcherBox. ButcherBox is going to get you incredible deals on premium cuts of meat. I can't even begin to describe all the great stuff they have, because honestly, you're not just getting, when you think like grass-fed beef, right? Of course you're getting that. But you're also getting pork raised crate-free, free-range organic chicken, wild-caught seafood, free-range turkey, 100% grass-fed bison. Plus, it's all done with trusted partners and fair labor practices. It's just a great way to get good meat delivered to you without all the hassle of going to the store, figuring out which cut you want. They got it done for you. I can say specifically, and I'm sure Crendor could back me up on this, every time I get a box, I honestly, even though I love the beef, I gotta get the chicken, because the chicken, I make so much peri-peri chicken, it's out of control. I love it. I'm trying to watch my figure, baby. I couldn't ask for anything else when it comes to having it delivered right to your doorstep. That's just simple. It also comes with inspiration guides and tips and hacks on how to cook the various meats. If you're kind of curious, you're like, what is the deal with bison? I kind of want to know. They got you. All you got to do right now, just to try it and get a special deal from us to you, sign up today at butcherbox.com/Cox. Use code Cox to get flank steak for free in every box for 3 months, plus $20 off your first order. That's butcherbox.com/Cox. Use code Cox to claim that deal. All right, Crendor, let's go to Chops. Guys, Crendor, how's that drum go there?
Oh boy, that was actually a pretty good intro into the traffic.
It didn't sound it to me, but bless.
Yeah, that was solid. Just like the traffic's solid right now. Man, it is just backed up everywhere. Every week feels like it's backed up even more. Now people are going on vacation even more. They're going out. It's nice outside everywhere. Man, it is just a lot of traffic. And there's a bird. I don't know what kind of bird. Whoa! I think that's the toucan Sam, if I can recall. Oh yeah, there he goes. All right, well, he's following his nose. Let's follow him and see where he goes.
I love Fruit Loops.
All right,
and Cox and Crendor.
All right, it appears he's just flying in circles. I think he's trying to form some sort of Fruit Loop in the sky, but I think he's actually kind of lost his mind.
Oh no, the propeller!
Oh, the guy, we're gonna hit him! Back to you.
Thanks, Crendor. Hopefully he's okay. That sounded bad.
No, I think he's fine.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go to weather.
Weather.
Yeah? Weather.
Here we are. It is time for the weather. We got a weather request for Salalah, the Sultanate of Oman. It is a desert in the Middle East that turns into a lush forest with flowing rivers, waterfalls, and geysers during the summer. We also have camels that eat fish and go swimming in the sea. The Book of Mormon mentions that the prophet visited a land called Bountiful, which is widely believed to be located near Salalah. Just want to clarify that I do not work for the tourism board. Good enough for me. All right.
Yeah, it works for me.
Let's see. Salalah. All right. Salalah, Oman. Yeah, this is it. All right, we got it. We'll let Whoppy do this one. Whoppy activated. Salalah, Oman. 85 degrees. Fahrenheit. Mostly cloudy. Day 89. Feels like 99. High, low 82. Humidity 86%. Pressure
Okay.
29.53 inches. Visibility 6 miles. Wind 1 mile per hour. Dew point 80. UV index 0. Moon phase waxing crescent. 5:52 a.m. sunrise. 7 p.m. sunset. 10 day. Monday 89. Partly cloudy. Tuesday 87 a.m. light rain. Wednesday 86 a.m. thunder showers. Thursday 85 thunder showers. Friday 85 thunderstorms. Saturday 85 thunder showers. Sunday 85 a.m. thunder showers. Monday 86 a.m. thunder shower.
So, sounds like he's broken again.
Yeah, it happens.
All right. Well, if that's the weather, let's talk sports.
All right, sports. Fun fact today, there's a baseball game in England, and the Cubs and the Cardinals playing in England. The Cubs won this one 9-1. They play a second game tomorrow, then they come back home. Cubs are pretty hot right now, including the Reds also hot. They've won like 12 in a row or something. So that's pretty wild. And take a look at the old MLB standings. You got the Rays in first, the Orioles 4.5 behind. You got the Twins in first with Cleveland right behind. 1.5 games back. You got the Texas Rangers in first place. You got the Braves in first, the Reds in first with the Brewers a game and a half back, Cubs 3 games back, and the Diamondbacks in first with the Giants a game and a half back, and the Dodgers 2.5 back. And then the NBA draft happened. The San Antonio Spurs took Victor Wembanyama, who's supposed to be the next greatest player in NBA history. He's 7'5" and good at everything. So pretty much, as long as he doesn't get hurt, he should be good. But everyone gets hurt.
Yeah, we'll find out.
He literally looks like he's built like me. He's like a stick. So,
but he's just very tall, like a very tall.
He's literally like if I was 7'5". It's crazy. But, maybe he'll bulk up or something. It's in San Antonio. They got a bunch of barbecue. Right?
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah. And then NFL, still waiting on a Hard Knocks team. I don't know if you know about this. It's kind of funny, but
they don't have one yet?
Nope. There's 4. Usually they pick them by now. And there's like 4 teams eligible for Hard Knocks. The Saints, the Bears, the Jets, and the Washington Commanders. And apparently nobody wants to do it. And so they're going to have to just pick somebody at some point.
Why? What is the reason they don't want to do it?
They just don't want the distraction of it.
Oof.
And so they reached out to the Lions to see if they wanted to do it again, and they said no. So they're just going to hit a point where they're like, all right, we just got to pick somebody.
Do you think it's because, like, I understand the distraction, but
yeah.
I wonder if it's because bad experiences. Like, after a while, word would probably get around, like, you know what, it's not worth it.
It's got, but I feel like at this point, you just gotta pick somebody. Like, just do it and be like, hey, you know what, you have to do it. You know, if nobody wants to do it, you just got to, do a
Do they
random
have
number
to
thing.
do it? Like, does the NFL make them do it?
Yes.
Interesting.
If nobody wants to do it, they will pick somebody. Like, that's just, they have to. The reason I want the Jets, because they have Aaron Rodgers now, and that they're like whole new thing, and I want to see his like off the field, like behind the scenes, him being like ayahuasca drugs, man. Like I want to see that. The problem is there's only 4 teams eligible.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, and it's the Jets, Saints, Bears, and Commanders. So the Commanders are boring.
Yeah.
The Saints are pretty boring.
Yeah.
The Jets are probably the best one with Aaron Rodgers. I'd vote the Bears just because I don't like the Bears, and it'd be funny having them have to do it. So that's kind of what I want.
So wait, how did they arrive at these 4? How did they whittle them down from all the teams?
So the way it works is the teams that haven't made the playoffs in the last 2 years, that has to be one of the things. Then you have to not have a new head coach. So if your coach is in their 2nd year, then you're eligible. And there's like some other thing. I think it's like you don't have a rookie starting quarterback or something. It was something like that. But it's like, and if you meet those 3, then you're eligible. And the only eligible teams are those 4. And it is said that they've apparently opened it up to teams outside of those 4 to see if anybody would agree to the terms. But yeah, time's running out. Usually,
we need the Jets. We need the Jets again. Jets already did it once, right? We should do the Jets.
They already
again.
did it once, and it was funny. I think
we should do the Jets again. I think that was good.
Yeah, because usually they start filming in like the end of July, so like we're about a month away.
Yeah,
So they're running out of time. They got to pick somebody. So
I
I'm
didn't
hoping
realize
the
this
Jets.
show's been going on since 2001.
Yeah, it's been over 20 years they've been doing Hard Knocks.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, that's
wild.
a long time. Oh.
Well, admittedly, they took some time off between. There was a 2001, 2002, then 2007.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they
So
took.
okay, interesting.
I said.
Yeah, the Jets season was, oh my God, 13 years ago. Bring the Jets
Yep.
back. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
that's what
do
I'm
it.
saying. Bring the Jets back. Let's go. That's what I'm hoping for.
I watched that, and that was. I'm old, Crendor. I'm old.
Yep. That's what happens. You start being like, what was that? Like 5, 6, 13 years.
No, 13 years. I also feel like we lost a good 2.5 there, though. So
That's true too, yeah.
more like 10 years, I'll allow it.
Yeah. And that's sports.
Okay, what is our fact of the day?
Fact of the day. Let's see. Looking through here. I feel like some of these I've done already, but I don't remember.
Great.
Definitely did that one. We did that one, I remember.
You don't have any way to mark these?
What do you? We just talked about how we don't try in this thing. Think I'm gonna keep a marker for the amount of things I've done for this?
I guess you're right.
No, we did that. Okay, no, there's got to be one. We did that. Okay, no, wait, no, we did that. We did that. Oh my God, we're running out of facts.
There's got to be more facts.
Wait. Okay, we got one. A meteor exploded over Earth with the force of 10 atomic bombs, and everyone missed it.
Wait, what?
Yep. You'd think if a spatial body met a phenomenally fire fate right above our heads, we'd notice. But when a meteor hit our atmosphere on December 18th, 2018, and exploded with a force that was 10 times the energy of the Hiroshima atomic bomb, it wasn't discovered by NASA until after the fact. Turns out, it went largely undetected because it took place over the Bering Sea in an area that was close but not directly on the path of commercial planes flying between North America and Asia.
I love the fact that, if you really ask scientists, if a meteor's coming to hit us, could we detect it? Every single one of them's going to be like, no, bro, we wouldn't, unless it comes from, a certain angle at a certain time, or we see it coming from far away. There's some angles, it could come out of nowhere, and we got nothing. It's like, oh, cool, all right. Great.
Yeah. Hell yeah, this one, just 10 atomic bombs coming in. Just bam. And we were like, oh yeah, we didn't even see that one.
I guess it didn't matter, though. Atmosphere took care of it. Get it, Atmosphere.
Hey, good job, Atmosphere.
Yeah, we might be the only people in history who ever said good job, Atmosphere. Coined. Trademark. Cox and Crendor, 2023. Good job, Atmosphere.
It's like go outside with signs, like they got like defense. It's like Atmosphere. Atmosphere.
I'll bring the weird defense symbol that people carry around in games.
The
But
Atmosphere is our
it's a
defense.
fence around the Earth. Like, yeah, get them.
That's our defense. The Atmosphere.
Hell yeah, Atmosphere. Keep it up.
That's your fact of the day.
All right, what is our big news story of the day?
Loose pig squeaks past police with hog wild moves in Pennsylvania.
You know what? From time to time, these crappy headlines are amazing, and I don't care. I just don't care.
That's true.
That's a good-ass headline.
A speedy pot-bellied pig on the run caused mayhem in Pennsylvania communities as he dodged captors for days last week.
Days?
Days. The 200-pound pig ran loose in the streets and nearly got hit by a Tesla and outran Mannheim Township police, who said they were, quote, fairly certain he's the fastest pig alive.
I want to point out for the record, that Tesla nearly got hit by it. Let's be very clear. That
100%.
Tesla would have been destroyed.
No doubt about it. The pig, named Hamilton for the Hamilton Park neighborhood in Lancaster Township, where he was first reported, eventually caught snoozing under a backyard trampoline and was herded into a dog crate. And he was hauled off to an animal sanctuary for a happy ending. Nobody knows where he came from.
What? He just appeared?
Hey, he just appeared.
Do you think this is one of those things where, like, the pig was sent there to unite the town?
He might have.
And he did. And he went off to the farm, but really he, like, disappeared. You know what I mean? They're like, they had to make a story like, oh, we sent him off to a farm somewhere, but you can't go there. Really, he was just like, my work here is done. And then, like, disappeared.
Maybe he's trying to take that Tesla out. I don't know.
Yeah.
After the first fruitless attempts to collar the pig, a retired officer suggested seeking help from a Lancaster farm sanctuary, which shared footage of the pig darting around the yard. But even the livestock experts were daunted. A foot pursuit of the escaped swine ensued, and yes, we see the irony in 3 cops chasing a pig, the police department said. As it turns out, Hamilton wasn't as tired as we thought, because we're fairly certain he's the fastest pig alive.
Yes!
Once caught, Hamilton went to the sanctuary's farm, where police said he will live out his days telling stories to other rescue farm animals about how he was saved from life on the streets.
That's a lie. Why would you frame it that way? You know that pig was like, I was out there, living my life, roaming free, eating what I wanted, sleeping where I wanted, and now I'm in here with you, locked up. Force-fed, terrible food. You ever steal a pie from a kid? It's beautiful. Yeah.
And then they'll make a movie about it.
I hope so. I hope the pig talks in the movie.
Oh, 100%.
I hope he's voiced by Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
I hear that guy needs work. Yeah.
there's like a couple other animals with him.
Right. Kevin Hart is definitely one of them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Kevin Hart. And then Nicolas Cage. Just throw him in.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage plays the old, wise horse.
It's like, you guys, you're trying to escape when really the best place to be is right here at home.
Don't you understand? We're a family. You're out there trying to find your own, but got one right here.
They needed Adam Sandler, like, monkey or something. He's like, I'm a monkey. I'm gonna run around.
Yeah. We have made a movie that would be great in 1996.
100%. That would be fantastic.
That's a terrible movie.
I mean, I'd watch it.
Yeah, but it's got to be one human in it. And it's got to be like the It actor.
Was that one girl that was in a bunch of 90s movies?
A bunch of 90s movies?
Yeah, 90s woman actresses.
That's what you're looking up?
They'll pop up.
You could be here all night.
No. She's got to be here. Her name starts with a C, I think.
C?
Yeah, who am I thinking of? See.
I don't know.
What's her name?
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
I can't believe I was in my brain like, what actress starts with a C who was in a bunch of stupid ass comedies in the night? I was like, Cameron Diaz. Yeah.
She's the owner of the lot or farm or whatever.
Right. She owns the lot.
Yeah.
And for some reason, the guy who feeds the animals is Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
And he's like the entire movie. And and the cop that's chasing the pig, the three cops are
Kevin James.
Why is it always Kevin James?
Well, he was a mall cop.
Sure, all right, Kevin James.
Be a normal
then he
cop.
has to have two cops that like you wouldn't expect, like old actors,
Oh,
famous
Tom
old
Hanks.
actors. Yes, Tom Hanks. Yes,
Tom Hanks.
Yes.
And like, oh my God, throw a Sinbad in there.
Yes, that's the winner, Sinbad. Sinbad's back and better than ever. Is Sinbad? What's the deal with Sinbad? Is Sinbad? God, I hope he's still alive. Sinbad, I hope you're still alive. He's doing good.
All right, good. Sinbad.
Actually, oh my God, he had a stroke. Oh, Sinbad.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Sinbad.
What was the last thing he did? He did TV series Atlanta in 2022.
You know what? He's still around then. My man.
Yeah.
My man. All right, yeah.
There we go.
Why you make terrible choices in casting. I feel bad.
I think
You're
he would do extremely well. Extremely.
I think it'd be great. I think it'd be a great show.
Yeah.
We made a phenomenal movie here.
Yeah. And that is the news.
All right. Well, that's it for us. Thanks so much. Crendor. Hit him with the socials.
We got socials, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast, all one word. That's where you find this podcast. Give it a like, give it a comment, give it a subscribe. Hit the bell, be notified when these go up. Give us a weather request if you want to request a weather place. Yep. You can also go to youtube.com/Cox and Crendor for all the animations. You can also go on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, and various other platforms where we are hosted. And you can follow us on our other things. Go watch our YouTube stuff we just talked about. youtube.com/Crendor, youtube.com/Jesse Cox, Twitch TV Crendor, Twitch TV Jesse Cox, Twitter Jesse Cox, Twitter Crendor, Instagram Notorious Cox, Instagram Crendor's Taken, TikTok Jesse Cox, TikTok Crendor. If you missed it on TikTok, I found a stick that looks like a bird. It's a good one.
Great. Fantastic.
And the Cox clips on YouTube, Cren clips on YouTube for stuff, and Warhammer Crendor on YouTube if you like Warhammer, and yep.
All right. Well, that's it. Thanks so much. We'll see y'all next time. And as always, whoa, do we continue?